And this guy's the heart and soul for the Boston Red Sox.
God, it's a home run!
Pedroia does it again.
Where does all that power come from?
Brilliant play!
What a pickup!
Dustin Pedroia! Total highway robbery.
Laser show and then some. 3 times tonight. Unbelievable!
Be hard to sleep for him tonight, that's for sure.
A couple years ago, I had 60 at bats. I was hitting 170, and everyone was ready to kill me too. What happened?
MVP.
Laser show.
The laser show and so many different highlights to choose from over the course of his 14-year Major League Baseball career, all with the Boston Red Sox. Dustin Pedroia getting ready to get inducted into the Red Sox Hall of Fame in May. Joining me now on High Heat. Dustin, how are you? It is great to see you. Such a well-earned honor. What does it mean to you to be inducted?
Well, first, thanks for having me on, and it's great to see you too. It was a blast. My career was so much fun. I mean, I enjoyed every day of it. This is such a great honor. I was drafted by the Boston Red Sox, and being from California, I had no idea what I was getting into. But throughout the whole journey of year in, year out, all the hard work, that I put in, and the amount of games that we won, the championships, everything, the teammates. Every day I wake up and smile about it. It was, the time of my life, and I truly had a blast doing it.
It's funny that you say you didn't know what you were getting into, Dustin. Obviously, growing up near in Northern California, a Giants fan, then you go to the East Coast, and it's a whole different animal there. What was it about your personality that lended itself to make sure you were such a good fit in Boston?
Honestly, it was like the perfect storm. I mean, when I was growing up, I mean, I was always the smallest kid, kind of the runt of the litter, and every step that I've gone through, it didn't matter if it was in little league or high school baseball. I was always questioned about my size. Can this kid do this? And then I was fortunate enough to get a scholarship to Arizona State, and then the first question there was, he's too small, he can't play shortstop, he can't do this. So I think my whole life I've been kind of doubted. So when I got to Boston and playing in that market and that fan base, you're always going to be questioned. It doesn't matter if you're good or you're big, strong, whatever. So I was used to all those kind of jabs, and that's what made me who I was as a player anyway. So it was kind of the perfect match of, hey, I'm just going to show up and play baseball to win like I always have done since I was a little kid. And, if you like me, you like me. If you don't, don't. So it worked out great. I mean, I think the fans appreciated how hard I played day in and day out. And the results of our team showed it. We won. So, that was the biggest thing for me.
Boston's a blue-collar town. You're a blue-collar guy. You have grit, you have, moxie, but you also have the confidence, but you had the numbers to back it up. And you had mentioned your time at Arizona State under Pat Murphy, and I'm going to read this to you to tell me what you think. Let's break it down. He's 5'6". He can't run. He's not strong. His bat speed and his hands are tremendous because his arms are only about 11 inches long and so close to his body that he's not getting anything to hit 5 or 6 inches to the right or the left of him. And he doesn't have a lick of athletic ability, yet a Rookie of the Year candidate. You were Rookie of the Year. You were also MVP the next season. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot. I mean, I think I just embraced who I am, and a lot of people don't do that. I mean, I am who I am. I don't look the part. If I walk down the street, I look like a normal guy. But it doesn't matter when you step on the field. You can show up and impact a baseball game. It doesn't matter what you look like or where you came from or, anything. And I took that mindset into every single game that I played. And I think I was just playing for respect for my teammates and my opponents. I mean, that's basically what I was trying to do, because my whole life I was doubted and wasn't respected from the start. So my entire life, I was just trying to gain respect from everybody. And, I think I earned it.
How long did it take David Ortiz to realize that your name was actually Dustin?
It was a long time. He just called me Pee Wee. So, and David's, it's not his fault. He's just bad with everyone's names. He doesn't know anybody's name. But for me to be the guy who played with him the longest in his career, and I think my career too, for him to think my name was Pee Wee was pretty special. But I mean, we were really close, but he knows now. He knows. He knows.
You better know now. What do you remember the most about when you came from behind in that win against Cleveland, and then when you also had the leadoff home run against Jeff Francis in the 2007 World Series? Take me back to those two plate appearances.
When we were playing Cleveland, I mean, they were so good. I mean, their pitching staff, they had CC. Their team was. I mean, we were down 3-1, and I remember sitting there it was my first time going through it in the playoffs. I was a rookie, and I'm hitting leadoff and asked to do a lot. And I'm listening to the veteran players that have gone through it, and I just remember it's not going to end like this. We have to find a way. And I remember we won game with Josh Beckett. They brought his ex-girlfriend out to sing the national anthem, and he threw like a complete game shutout, made him mad. And then I remember JD hit a big grand slam in game 6. And then we got to game 7, and I just remember sitting in my locker thinking, I have to do something great today. Like, we have to go to the World Series. We have to do this. Like, we have to find a way. And sure enough, I got a chance, and later in the game, I had some big at-bats, and I was one of the only ones on the team that hit Rafael Betancourt good, because he threw high fastballs, and that's, more of my strength. So I got in a situation where I think we were up 2 runs, and Jacoby got on third base with less than 2 outs. And I remember thinking, if he throws me the fastball up, I'm letting it fly. And he did the first pitch, and I fouled it off. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's my pitch. I missed it. And then he threw me the same exact pitch, and I didn't miss it. So it ended up going over the fence. I thought it was going to go over by 100 feet. It went over by like 2. But those runs were very important. And then it was so much momentum from winning that game that the World Series, it was more fun, because I remember playing Cleveland. They were so good, and it was such a battle. Mentally, physically, everything, that the World Series was just play baseball. And the first swing I took, I just thought I hit a line drive off the monster, and sure enough, it kind of backspun and got up there. And so maybe I am a little bit stronger than I think.
All right, but you were a little bit of a prophet, though, because the little birdie told me that you said something to your teammates in the dugout before you took before you got into the box in your first AB of the World Series against Francis. Now, this is a family program, Dustin Pedroia.
It is.
But what did you say to your teammates?
I was big into trash talking, and it's all for fun, right? So I basically said, I looked over at, I think I told it to Jacoby. I looked over and said, man, Els, I'm stressing. I hope my family gets here on time. He goes, what are you talking about? I go, because it's about to be 1-0. And this ball's going to get launched, and it's going to be over quick. So that was just me kind of trying to set the tone. I mean, when you're literally my size, you have to have some kind of attitude about you, and bring a presence to the game of hey, we're here to show up to win. And we're here to do it every day. And the only thing I'm proud of with my trash talking is it didn't waver for 14 straight years. I was the same guy for 14 straight years. So a lot of people had to put up with my tired act and enjoy it.
Yeah, but it's not tired if you put up the numbers to back it up. It's one thing if you talk trash and then you're terrible. I mean, you're a 4-time All-Star, 2-time World Series champion. You're about to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. You can talk as much trash as you want. I love that at Game 3 at Coors Field, the security guard stopped you because you didn't have your ID. You're like, bro, I'm the one that just hit the bomb off of Francis in Game 1. Before I let you go, Dustin, Terry Francona, I know you have a tremendous amount of respect for Tito. He is hanging it up, retiring. What do you say about his career?
Oh, Tito was the best. I mean, I was so fortunate to play, 7 years for him. I mean, he gave me the opportunity, and I struggled that first month, but he was the guy he never wavered who he was. And then when I started playing well, he was the same guy. So that's what I base. And in this game, it's all consistency. And to have Tito have my back, through everything, it's pretty special. I live in Chandler, Arizona. He's out in Tucson now, so I'm going to drive down there, and I got to get him out on the golf course and see him because I sure miss him. He's definitely a guy that I respect, and he deserves everything that's coming to him in the future.
Yeah, and so do you. Congratulations, Dustin Pedroia, 14 years in the bigs with the Boston Red Sox, now a Red Sox Hall of Famer. When you drive down to Tucson to take Tito to play golf, make sure you take him to Daisy Mays. Best barbecue in Arizona. Don't forget about that. All right, Dustin Pedroia, congratulations, my friend. Take care of yourself.